Hi guys, welcome to a brand new tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve this beautiful crop top you are seeing right here. It's a box Ankara top with a short sleeve. Right here I paired it up with a jumbo pant. So if this looks like what you're interested in, please stay till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. If you're watching my video for the first time, my name is Anisira and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always staying tuned to my tutorials. So guys, these are the materials we'll be making use of. I have less than 2 yards here. We'll be using your scissors, chalk and your ruler. So guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead to cut out 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back, and they are on fold of 2. Okay, so now for the length of this fabric that I have cut out, I made use of 17. The crop top length is 17, so I added 2 inches extra, ½ inch for joining the shoulder, 1.5 inches for folding it on the lower part. Now for the width of the fabric, I used my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for ease and then 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. You're adding 1 inch for ease because the top has to be free. Now the upper part of my fabric they will be used as the shoulder. So we're going to take our shoulder measurement on that area. The shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Now I'm going to add ½ inch to that. That ½ inch will be for the joining of the sleeve. Okay, that's going to give me 8. So go ahead and chalk down your own measurements. Now from that point I'll come down by 1 inch, which is going to serve as my shoulder slope. Now we'll go ahead and take the neck width measurement. As you can see, I am starting from the close part of my fabric there. For the neck width, I made use of 3.5. For the neck depth of the back, I'll go down by 1.5. For the neck depth of the front, I'll go down by 3.5 inches. Remember, this is not going to be having a zipper at the back, so you want the neckline to be free enough for your hair to pass through. I'll go ahead and make a curve from that 1.5 for the back neck depth to meet the neck width 3.5. For me, I made use of 3 inches for my neck width, but then I later had to adjust it because it was kind of small. So use 3.5 for your neck width. Now I'm going to connect the shoulder slope to meet the neck width like so with a ruler. To get the armhole depth, I went ahead to measure what I had on my shoulder and it was 8 inches. Now I'm going to remove ½ inch from that and I'll use it as my armhole measurement. That just means I divided my shoulder measurement by 2. My shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, and that's what I use for my armhole depth. Now you measure what you have on your shoulder. Whatever you have there, you're going to place it on that armhole line. I had 8 inches, so I replaced that 8 inches on my armhole line. Now I'm going to divide my armhole measurement by 2 and I'll mark that out. Now remember I have 8 inches on my shoulder. I am going to mark that out there like so to get a straight line. So now you're going to use your ruler to connect those 3 lines together to form a straight line. Now once that is done, you should have it looking like this. Now from that middle point of our armhole, you go in by ½ inch. Now that's just for the front piece, because we don't want the armhole area to be having bulge, so we have to eliminate that area by ½ inch. Just come in by ½ inch on that middle point there. Now on the armhole line, we're going to divide our measurement by 4, our bust measurement by 4, and we'll add 1 inch for ease and 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Now from that angle 90 there of the armhole, you are going to come out by 1 inch and you make a curve from that ½ inch we came in by at the armhole there. Just connect it with your curve ruler, connect it to meet that 1 inch point there to make an armhole curve, and then I'll make another curve meeting the bust measurement that we've marked already, and this is how it will look. Now we are not done with the neckline. From the neck depth measurement, we're going to come down by 3 inches. Just mark 3 inches there. For me, I used 2.5, but mark 3 inches. Okay, if you've watched till this point, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Now from the neck measurement there, I came in by ½ inch and I just connected that to the neck opening that I marked. Now whatever you have on your bust measurements, you are going to mark it down all the way down to the hem line there to form a straight line, because this is a free top, a free box crop top. Just connect it with your ruler like so. Now after connecting the lines together, you go ahead and cut it out with your scissors. Please guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more and awesome tutorials. After cutting out the sides, we are going to cut out the armhole. Now we are going to cut out the back armhole first of all. Just take a look at what I'm doing. Look at the way I am cutting mine and just cut yours like that. If you follow the steps, trust me, you are going to get it correctly. As you can see, I did not cut out that deep part. That deep part of the armhole is for the front. We are not going to be cutting out that part for now. The next thing to do is to cut out your back neckline, trim out your shoulder slope. Now to cut out the front armhole, you are going to raise your front piece up and then just trim out that ½ inch that we came in by. Just trim it out. After that, you go ahead and you raise your front piece upward again and then you trim out your front neckline. Now remember that we have a front opening for the neck. Now you go ahead and follow that line that you drew and just trim it out carefully. The next thing to do is to measure around the armhole. Just put your tape and measure around the armhole. After measuring mine, I got around 10 inches. Moving on, we are going to be cutting out the sleeves, and I have 2 pieces of fabric right here for the 2 sleeves, and for the width I made use of my shoulder measurement plus 1.5 inches extra. Remember the shoulder measurement that I used is 8. I added 1.5 inches, that is 9.5. For the length of my sleeve is 12.5. I added ½ inch for joining into the bodies and then 2 inches for folding the hemline. Now this area there will be for the upper part and here will be for the lower part, and I have 2 pieces cut out here and they are on fold. Okay, one for one sleeve and one for the other sleeve. From the open part of my fabric, I'll come down by 3 inches, which is going to be serving as the cap height. Just come down by 3 inches for yours. From that close part of my fabric there, I'll come out by 2 inches. Now I'm just going to make a curve from that point, meeting the 3 inches I came down by for the cap height. Just make a curve like mine. Can you see it? Now I'll go ahead and measure that curve that I've already drawn to make sure that I get that same 10 inches that we measured around the armhole of the top that we just cut. Do you understand? Now I have 10 inches there. Now for the lower part, the round sleeve for this top is 17. Now I'm going to add 1 inch extra for my sewing allowance to that. So 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. I'll add 1 inch extra for sewing allowance. From the hemline of my sleeve, I'll go up by 2 inches, which is for the hemming allowance, and I'll notch that point out. Now I'll go ahead and cut out that curve at the upper part of my sleeve. Now you see that 2 inches, if you fold it like this, that is going to be for the hem allowance. Now just go ahead and trim out that curve that you've drawn. Then you go ahead and give it a notch at the center point there. Now once that is done, the next thing I did was to cut out a facing for the neck of my top. Now the bigger one is for the front and then the smaller one is for the back. Now how did I cut the facing? I folded a piece of fabric and then I just placed my top on top of that fabric, and I just cut out a neckline, just trim out a neckline for it, and I got this. After that, you go ahead and fold the tip of your facing so that the thread doesn't start fraying out. Okay, then you are going to go ahead and stitch it up, just sew it to the neckline. I hope you guys understand. Now before you start sewing, make sure you use a pin to hold it down carefully so that it doesn't move here and there when sewing. Right here we have the front facing. Now I'm going to place the front piece, the front stop, on the facing, and I'm just going to trim out that opening for the neck. Okay, it's very easy. After trimming it out, you should have it looking like this. Now just go ahead and fold the tip of this facing so that it doesn't fray out. You can see the way I'm doing it. Just do yours like that. Fold the tip and sew it all around. I hope this tutorial is detailed enough. I hope you understood every point. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now after folding the tip, I went ahead to join it to the neck piece of the front, and I've done the same thing to the back as well. To sew the front neckline, you go ahead and use a pin to hold it down and you run a stitch around that neckline. Just follow the neck design and run a stitch around it. Once that is done, you go ahead and give it a notch around the neckline. The reason why you are notching it is because you need the neckline to lay very flat. Okay, so notch yours. Notch it carefully and don't cut your seam. After notching it all around, your neckline should be laying this flat and very pretty. Then you go ahead and iron it properly. The next thing you're going to do is to join the shoulders together. Look at the way I'm joining mine. I will place the shoulder together and I'll use the back facing to turn it like so, just so that the shoulder area will look neat, and then run a stitch on it. After sewing down the shoulder, this is how mine looked. It was looking very neat. The inner part is also looking neat and secured. Now the next thing to do is to fold the hemline of your sleeve. I will go ahead and join the sleeve to the bodice. Now you are going to merge the center point of your sleeve to the center point of your top. Now that shoulder line is center point of your top. Just merge it there, pin it, just pin it down, and then you are going to sew following the way I am doing mine. Can you see the way I am adjusting it? I'm moving the sleeve towards the hemline. Now we are going to run a stitch on that point. I hope this tutorial is detailed enough. I hope you understood every point. Don't forget to leave a comment, even if it is thank you. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. The next thing to do is to stitch the two sides. And as you can see, I have successfully stitched down the two sides. The next thing I'm going to do is to fold the hemline. Just fold it down by the allowance, the 1.5 inches allowance that we left. After that, you are going to hem down the facing for the neck. You can either use a hemming gum or use a needle and thread to hem it down, do hemming stitch neatly. And that will be all. Now I'm going to show you the final result of this beautiful top that we have been making. Here is the final result of the beautiful crop top that we have been making. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to check my channel for more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Bye.